Welcome, dear friends, to part 4 of the 10 Commandments series. First of all, I offer my obeisances time and again unto the spiritual master, Shri KrishnaChandra, Srimati Radhika, her associates, and her holy abode, Sri Vrindavan, and unto Shri Krishna, his associates, and the devotees of his devotees. So, that said, let us continue with the critical deliberation on the 10 Commandments. So we left off with the point that the expansion of cosmopolitanism, cosmopolitan view, which is still identification with the world, is the step to an understanding of the soul, the interconnection with all, which exists beneath all forms and figures. And this again is the basis for a truly theocentric worldview. So we have a little diagram here that I'm going to explain but not going to show. So first of all, the first stage is the egocentric view. Then the second stage is the ethnocentric view. Then there is the cosmopolitan view, that's stage 3. And then stage 4 is the interconnectedness in kind of a mystical experience. And then the 5th stage is true God-centeredness. So let's go on with the translation. Based on the constellation that the cultural surrounding of a revelation religion has stopped at the ethnocentric worldview, are they now having the effect of being conservative forces? They don't produce new values for the present and the future. They are rather cultural time machines that try to transport outgrown ideas of far gone epochs into the present day. And that again explains why a big amount of the values of the modern constitutions and the human rights are not stemming actually from Christianity, and were rather the product of a long, millennia-long fight for emancipation against the opposition of organized Christianity. There was a big struggle to achieve that. Whatever aspect of the modern states we focus on, be it democracy, be it the separation of forces, I don't know what's the proper way to say that, the legislative and the different branches and the religious aspect, that they are separated, and then the freedom of speech and autonomy of faith, and I say that in brackets, also the equality of men and women, because there is a tendency to oversee that there are also differences. They may be equal in one way, but there are differences, so there should also be different occupations. So anyway, there is equal rights, right? So an equal value, no matter what's your race, what's your gender, and all of that stuff. But there are also dangers in the whole subject matter. But that's not our discussion point here. So then he goes on to mention the American psychologist Lawrence Kohlberg developed a view of different stages of a moral development that should be undergone internally, so that the view on the true and pure spiritual teaching remains open. And the more or the stronger the absence of authenticity in following one's own path of life, the more and more rigid is a compensatory behavior, because there is an inner feeling of insecurity. So external authority will be heightened because inner direction is missing. So taking this premise, we can look at those stages in a more precise way. Though I'm thinking I may leave that for the next video. And I thank you so far for your attention, and looking forward to your comments and sharing and liking. So looking forward to that. See you in part number 5.